Happy Boxing Day, 2023 Boxing Day. Here's something I've been kind of thinking of doing for a while. Basically the Aberdeen that I grew up in, mostly 80s, 90s, bit of 70s, it's kind of disappeared now, which is sad. So I thought bit by bit I'll just have a walk around and see what I remember, see what used to be, and then hopefully you guys will go, I'm wrong, or you remember something else. So I thought we'll start at the Castlegate. So, it's never really changed. There's Virginia Court. Great big sort of skyscraper, and the one over the back of it. Is that Virginia Court as well? Not sure. The interesting thing about that is that this being the Castlegate, I believe, well I know there's still a wall, might be two walls up the back, which are of the original barracks. That's why it was called the Castlegate. So we'll maybe do that another day. We're just going to do shops and stuff just now. What have we got here? Well, there's the butchers. What does it say? A&M Family Butchers. I think that was always there when I was growing up. I remember passing it. I used to come up here 1983. I had a summer job. I was at school, Bankhead Academy, and I had a summer job at Cadona's working the Sidewinder. And I remember the summer of '83 being particularly sunny. Got blasted to death with, what was it, Denise Williams, Let's Hear It for the Boy, down at Cadona's. But when you finished at Cadona's, you always kind of walked up here, got a chippy and that. So let's have a look. So there's the butchers. I'm sure that was always there. I always remember we used to drink over there, which was the Salting Arms. We'll head that way another day maybe. And for some reason, there was always somebody ran in from this butcher's on a Friday night with packets of meat, selling them cheap. That was years ago. I don't know why, it's just a thing at the time. So what have we got now? Just a cut, hairdressers, followed by a gallery, and then Poison Heart Studio. What's that? Is that like a tattoo studio maybe? Not sure what that is. And then a shop with nothing on it. Let's go have a look. It's got no name. It's got things hanging up. I'm going to assume because it's up this way it might be an art kind of place. What does it say? Support local artists. So there we go, it says that in the window. It's all arts and crafts kind of stuff. There's crocheted animals and bits and bobs. What do I have now? Aberdeen's. I'm going to do it from over here. It's a better view from over here. There we go, so we've got Aberdeen's finest nails. So this is 2023. We'll see how much it changes over the period of time. What do we have? Cozy House Studio. Again, well, it's not an art place, it's more of a furniture shop, maybe a bit of restoration or something. Selling vintage stuff, not sure. Not sure. Followed by Brilliance Hairstyling. Followed by Justice Hair. I remember. Oh, followed by Castlegate Frames and Gallery. I'm not sure which one it was. I'll probably mention this a couple of times over the piece. In the, would have been 80s, there used to be Jerry Kay here, and he used to sell and repair CBs, and there used to be a good CB community in Aberdeen. I remember that. Yeah, so he used to sell that. Lovely guy. You used to get awful excited if you got a new CB and it had a beep at the end of it or something like that. But again, those days are gone. I think there still is a small CB sort of community. Oh, well, who knew? The Chinese takeaway, or the chip shop as it was at the time, has closed by the looks of it. Certainly for sale. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't realise that. What did it used to be called? Anybody remember what that used to be called? Wasn't the Castlegate chippy? Can't remember. Can't remember. Premier Stores next it. A&K. Just keep going. See what else we have up here. This here, I'm not sure what it is now. It closed a couple of months ago. It used to be Bosie's charity shop. Good friend of mine, Val, worked in there. So this here and all the way up to the corner, that was Bosie's. Did a lot of good work. Breast cancer, I believe it was, but They've gone now. Don't know if they're going to reopen anywhere. So we'll have a look. Wait till we get up the corner here. What do we have here? Castlegate Collectibles. Art, antique, fashion, collectible and more. Followed by St Peter's Catholic Church, which sadly it looks like the gates are locked, which is a shame because it's a fabulous building. Doors are open quite a lot, so if anybody ever comes down here, come and see this. This is a little gem in Aberdeen. The doors are open. Shall we have a look? No. Let's have a look. I'm not going to go in. We can leave that till another day. But yeah, anybody's coming to Aberdeen, come and see this because it's hidden away and it's an absolutely beautiful church. It really is. Some old stairs and bits and bobs. Some nice period doors. Love it down here. It is open. And I'm sure they wouldn't mind me going in, but of course, a little bit of respect. So I would obviously ask before I went in, but I can put my head in here. Look at this. St Peter's Night Fever. Come and light a candle for a loved one. How nice is that? Big stairs up the stairs. Like I said, a bit of respect. I'm not going to go in without asking, especially filming. But the little courtyard it's in is stunning. Look at that. A beautiful place. Little sign over here. What does that say? Bishop James Grant. Which year? 1776. He was Bishop of Morocco. Who knew? What's this one say? We'll just have a little look. 1862, Mother Saint Basil of the Poor Sisters of Nazareth arrived in Aberdeen. Yeah, lots of interesting history. It's cool. Come and visit. I've been in the church a few times. It's very, very cool. I know I'm not religious. I just appreciate a good church. Anyway, back to the Castlegate. A little gem there hidden away, it's nice. We'll just close this gate again. There. So that was Bosey's. I'll tell you what I remember that building being. That was always the Oriental Emporium when I was growing up. Indian, Asian, what would you say, inspired building? Not building, but contents. And they had, it was all the place where you went to buy incense sticks and patchouli oil, which going back to the 80s was very big. And all the girls got their flowery skirts, the other guys got their shirts and everything. They used to do really well. And then they moved down, they went down to Marshall Street. And then they disappeared. They had a little shop in Marshall Street with the same guy. Lovely guy that would. And he disappeared. So I don't know if they're still in business or not, but that was the Oriental Emporium. Now it's called Your Love Rara Community Interest Company. Not sure what that is. Community Hub, all welcome. Your Love Rara. Sure somebody can tell me. It's not the Castlegate. Look at that, Boxing Day, about midday. Nice and quiet, sunny, beautiful. And then the one everybody knows, Salvation Army, the Citadel. What a building. See if we can pan up here. I've never been up to the top. I should really ask. I know a lot of photographers and the such like manage to get up the top. I've never ever managed to get up the top. Saying that, I've never tried. But that's the Salvation Army. Again, lovely building inside. I'm just going to wander around here for the first one and see how we got on. The Carlton Bar, been there as long as I can remember. I actually had my 21st there, which would have been 34 years ago. Me and one of my best friends, Bobby Marr, and it was upstairs. It was a great place and just a nice place to have a proper pint. The Vegan Bay Bakery. That used to be, was it that one or the one next to it was Chalmers? Can't remember. Chalmers the Bakers, big brand in Aberdeen, but sadly gone now. I used to do Sundays at Chalmers in Buxburn, myself and a guy called Sean Jessman. We used to make the rolls. I was at school, and Chalmers at Buxburn on a Sunday. they would have one baker and one assistant, which was me, and they made the rolls. But yeah, and a gold post box, which I think was for the Olympic or Commonwealth Games winners, wasn't it? Olympics. Yep, Catherine Granger, gold medal, London 2012 Olympic Games. Yeah, well done. Cool thing to do, just painting. So yeah, I'm sure that was Chandler's the Bakers. What do you have here? Yin Yang Yai therapy? Some kind of massage place or therapy, and bit of candles and relaxing. VSA. They do a lot of good work. And then I think we just have, it's very quiet today. I know it's Boxing Day, but it's very quiet. So we'll walk down. These are just flats, I think. What is it? Bob Cooney, 1808, 1984, a radical politician. There we go. For better working and living conditions. Well done, Bob Cooney. Oh, that's good timing. If you look over there, I don't know if you can see it, there's one of the buses they painted retro colours, sort of the Aberdeen City Council colours, which is very cool. That's a nice bit of retro. So these are just flats down here. I think they are. Then we have the Market Bookshop. I think that's VSA as well. I'm sure that's VSA. Good bookshop, come down, get some cheap books. Got plenty in there. I always remember, what's this now? Gail Goodfellow, solicitor. I always remember that being a linoleum place. They had a big sign up there saying linoleum. Not sure when it left, but yeah, for some reason I always remember that. Got another nail shop. Sky Nails and Spa. And then on the corner, Blackfriars. Cracking wee pub. Good food as well. Nice food in Blackfriars. Yeah, Scottish ales. Sometimes they have seats sitting outside in the summer, which is good. So have a quick look at this bus over there, painted in the old colours. I say old, I remember them, so they're not that old. Or maybe I'm just getting old, who knows? Look at that, that's quite cool. It's first is running it, but it does have the Grand Prix and the old Grand Prix logo and crest on the side. So like I said, I'm only going to do Castlegate just now. Over there, Witherspoons, that was closed for years and years and years. Named Archibald Simpson after the architect, famous Aberdeen architect, Archibald Simpson. There's the bus away, old and the new. These are cool, these appeared this year. They're a bit like the London rent bikes. I'm not quite sure how they work. I think you just register, they do have a barcode on them, register your card, and then you can rent them and drop them off where you want. What are they called? Rent Me, the Big Issue e-bikes app. There we go, scan the app and away you go. That's cool. That's cool. So we'll go back up. Whoop. There's the Christmas tree. That used to get donated from somebody. Can't remember if it still does or not. Anyway, cool tree. You don't really get the benefit of it being daytime. At Castlegate, I remember all this being open, so cars would go up there. I think it was one way. Was it one way? Cars would go up that way and down this way. There used to be a bus terminus as well in the middle. And we'll go and see if we can find it. There used to be public toilets underneath. So I wonder if there's any signs of the rocks or that being underneath. Let's go for a look. Nice little bit of information on it. There's the tree, it's cool. It's a view down King Street, which of course they've all bus gated now. Well, they haven't bus gated that, but they bus gate when you come onto Union Street, so hardly anybody comes up here now. The Gordon Highlanders statue, immense. If you ever get a chance, visit the Gordon Highlanders Museum, fabulous in Aberdeen. Nothing but respect for any of these army people, to be honest with you. Army, Navy, Air Force, anything forces, absolute respect. Lallambarders, been there. Am I right in thinking that that was the UK's oldest Italian? There was something like that about it. Was it something like that? It's Lallambarders anyway. Lallambarders, sorry. Lallambarders. Followed by Geos. Now, see here, this is what I remember. See if I can pan this down a bit. That's there for a reason. And this is all, I don't know if you can see, it's sort of squared up here. And I remember that being the square. This is, I'm standing on where the cars used to be. And I remember there were toilets in there and they were underground and there was a bus terminus. So put a comment down and see if you can remember something, and I'm sure there were, absolutely sure there was. So, what's this now? Geo's by La Lombarda and Sinatra's Basement Bar. That used to be a music venue. Was that the original Drake's or something? There's a tiny little venue downstairs, had a little tiny stage. Let's have a look in here. Gosh, that's 15 minutes gone already. What do we have? Comedy Club this way. That's some nice art down here. Look at that, that's cool. Wonder what they're hiding their eyes from. What do they not want to see? Oh, that's not so nice. There's a nice little alley down there. Look at that. That's old. That's old. And then down there. Yeah, great place to explore. Caution, slippery politicians, like that. Ain't that the truth? Stay away from toxic people. You've got issues. Again, some cool art. Because Castlegate was all arty, wasn't it? Peacock arts and whatnot. And there's the actual Market Cross, which, if I remember rightly, again, now don't quote me, I'm no historian, but I'm sure was the post office back in the day. And Market just means market, and this was all a market. Oh, that's another thing I remember. I remember when the market used to be up here. The timber market was over the back in the car park, which is long gone as well. But this was always a market. And I'm sure on a Friday, I think there's like 2 vans and 2 stalls still keep appearing. But this was all a market. Anybody remember that? What do we have here? Oh, speaking of Peacock, there we go. Peacock Winter Show. Peacock art. What's next? Siam Cottage. Siam Cottage Thai and Chinese restaurant and takeaway. Yum. Haven't tried that place. Have to try it. Have to try it. Yeah, so it's all arty around here. I remember, I think it was this one. I think it was this one here. The one that says Aberdeen VR. Aberdeen VR. I think that used to be McCall's. It was a shop called McCall's. Now, don't quote me on this, but I think McCall's still exists, but it's just a jeweller's down in King Street. But when we were kids, it used to have, it was like a second-hand shop, but you used to go in and get vinyl and second-hand guitars and effects and stuff like that. And being a musician and loving music, it was an absolute Aladdin's cave when you were a kid. And I always remember they weren't even that expensive for stuff. They were very reasonable priced. But I'm sure that was McCall's at the time. They just sold like basic sort of 80s, 90s second-hand shop, which was great. It was great. Sold loads of cool stuff. Portals, again, been there forever. That used to open about 6 in the morning. I remember that. It used to be called a proper JK if you would go there. But I'm sure that opened about 6 in the morning, which was a very cool little sign here to see as well. What's this? To commemorate the pivotal role played by Aberdeen and the North East in the Jacobite Risings. In the Castlegate in 1715 and 1745, James Francis Edward Stewart was toasted as king and Jacobite troops mustered. And that's from the City of Aberdeen 1745 Association. Interesting. Another cool little alley down there. That takes you... Oh no, it's that one. There's another one over there. Takes you down onto towards the lemon tree and whatnot. So I'll just go for a quick look at the Market Cross before we go. Hope you've kind of enjoyed it. It's brought back a few memories for me, and if it's a success, I might even do a few more. Who knows? So there's the Market Cross, just short for market, really. Got some very cool architecture on it. A lot of things people never look up. Look. Yeah, that's not the seagull, of course. Then again, Aberdeen wouldn't be complete without a seagull. There's a dog there by the looks of it, and some different characters' faces up there. They must have been reasonably important. There's another dog over here. So lots of faces. 1A6R. Does anybody know what that means? What does this one say? 1A6R. That one's CA1R or CAIR? I don't know, the engraving and that's really cool. There's some birds, like a phoenix or something, and a head there. Of course, there's a unicorn on top. Can we see that? Kind of. But no, the engraving and the stone masonry on this is very, very cool. Not sure I've even looked at all of these myself. There we go. That says 1A7R. And crest there. What does all that mean? Anybody know? Nothing much down here, but you can picture it being busy, and I suppose people selling stuff and doing business in here. This would have been important, people would imagine, and everybody else had their stalls round about. But no, this is the Castlegate. I remember there was roads. Yeah, there was roads, and it was busy, and it's shut off now, which is cool. But I do kind of wonder, is it, you know, would it make a lot of difference if you had a road either side? It's not really a place that people hang out, or, you know, there's a few benches in that, but I don't know. And it would take you, of course, right down to the beach. But then, saying that, you can't get up Union Street anymore now, so bus lanes, don't get me started on bus lanes, I have an opinion. I better stay neutral just now. So that's it, guys. Well, 21 minutes, that was quite long. That's a little tour of the Castlegate. Like I say, let me know if you remember any other shops in that, because I can guarantee I've forgotten lots up here. Let me know your memories, and we'll see how we get on, and we might even do another one somewhere else. See you later.